And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Alison welcomes a guest. She's a comedian, actress, and writer of the hilarious new solo show, How to Get a Second Husband. It's Jackie Johnson. Chef Jeff is here with advice as the market takes a swan dive off a high bridge to always keep your fire barrel lit, your bedrolls dry, and be sure to always carry a good can opener. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Alison Rosen.
Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little orange pies. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon. By Isaac S. And just full disclosure, I don't think I've ever seen an orange pie. But I'm assuming it exists, except then I'm thinking of those little Hostess pies. Maybe there was one of those that was orange flavor, like a little fruit pocket kind of thing. I don't know. You know, the world of carbs is still a mystery to me sometimes. Yes, I am on Patreon, all sorts of fun stuff over there. I send out a daily text to the people at the confidant level, and that text is full of juicy details. Oh, see, my guest is showing me pictures of orange pie. I was mistaken. Thank you very much. Orange pie exists, and it is spectacular looking. Kind of like a lemon meringue pie, but with orange. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I send that out to the confidants. You can get breaking fish news, but also all sorts of stuff about my travails as someone handling the estate. But it's more interesting than that sounds. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen.
Patreon.com/Alison Rosen.
Oh, so good. Also, I'm on Substack, AlisonRosen.substack.com. And you can read stuff over there like me wondering why my mom didn't love me, or couldn't express it. AlisonRosen.substack.com. I also write about my experience on the Corolla show. And other stuff. Okay, enough of this with my hand out. Please support me. I would like to say hello to my guests. Jackie Johnson.
Hi.
Thank you for pulling up the orange
minute.
pie. It's been too long.
Yeah, I mean, it probably hasn't been that long, but...
Well, I think so because you sent me the most beautiful bouquet
so
of
happy about
flowers.
them.
It was the pretty. I sent you a text. And I
It
said,
really was gorgeous.
My mother-in-law said. I said weird emphasis. My mother-in-law said it was the most beautiful flower arrangement she'd ever seen. It was so, and I was like, I know, it's so pretty.
I can't take credit. I don't remember what I clicked, but I usually tell the store, I just say carte blanche. I tell them the occasion.
Oh, that's smart.
I tell them the occasion, and I just say, go nuts.
Wow. It was like a maternal hug.
It was, I'm so happy. I personally like when Chuchi passed, my dog, my house looked like a funeral home. There were flowers everywhere, and it was just, to me, it's just the gesture of like,
it was
I want
so
you to have
nice.
Something beautiful to see, and
it was so
I'm
nice.
happy you liked it.
But I don't think I've seen you since then, right? So I think
so.
that this is your first appearance of 2025.
Oh, which is already a quarter over?
How is that? It's
Kill
just
me.
zipped.
Kill me.
It's zipped by,
Yeah.
and it is also dragged.
Yep.
I would also like to say hello to Jeff Fox.
Hi, Alison. Hey, I have some audio from you working out your mom's estate.
Those are not Big Macs, Shelly and John.
Did you find anything else weird?
Ooh, Shelly, this one is so sexy.
Interesting.
That, I will tell you that story, Jackie. Okay, my mom always dressed a certain way. And then when I was about 10, all of a sudden, she changed her whole look. She reinvented herself.
Love that. Like Lady Gaga.
Yes, yes. Which, as a fan of someone's oeuvre, fine. But as someone's daughter, it's just threatening. It's like, what is happening?
It's jarring.
Yes. And so there was this woman, this like personal shopper or stylist or whatever that she hired. And I remember she brought me to this lady's house, and this lady said to her about a certain outfit, "Ooh, Shelly, this one is so sexy." I was like, this is my mom.
Was she Scottish?
I think she was Persian.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
That is
sounded a little like fat bastard.
Yes, that is how good I am at accents. But anyway, she like tried to sexy up my mom, and I said, no, thank you.
That's sort of like when my son, when I put on my Halloween costume, he hated it and wanted me to take it off.
I remember.
It was a sexy costume, and he was very offended.
What were you?
A Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Right.
And he was like, take it off.
Yeah.
He wasn't used to it.
It's funny how much they notice details. Like if I ever put I don't wear nail polish that often, but if I ever do, they're like, why do you like, they hone right. Well, I mean, it's at eye level, but.
Well, Sandy, my son, will go, Mommy, your toenails look pretty.
Oh.
Even if there's like just a tiny bit of paint from like a year ago still on there. I'm like, thank you.
And Daniel will be joining us. So I am discombobulated, Jackie and Jeff. I was on the phone when you arrived, which I do not like to be. First, I don't like to be on the phone in general. But
I hate when people are on the phone at the grocery store, like checking out.
Yes, everyone hates that.
Yeah.
Rude.
It's a universally rude thing.
Yes.
But it's also, I felt it was also rude for me to be on the phone while I answered the door.
Well, there was nothing you could do. I could tell you didn't want to be on the phone.
Jeff, I was trying to get this woman
wouldn't shut up. I could tell. Alison was trying to get off the phone. She kept going, okay, great. Thank you. Great. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. And she just kept going.
So this is estate shit that I'm dealing with. And it's a financial institution. That's all I ever talk to. And I've called them multiple well, first of all, talking about accents, they answer and they say, due to current events, we will now close at 4:30 when the market closes. Okay. But the woman it's some regional American accent. And it's like, due to current events. Oh, is that Pittsburgh?
Is it Philly?
Maybe.
Could
yes,
be Philly.
they're based in Pittsburgh.
There you go.
So how far is Pittsburgh from Philly?
6 hours.
Oh wow.
There's some
I think
crossover in the accents.
It must be due to current events.
Due to current events, we're closing. We're going up sheets at 4:30.
And I always think that the person is answering and giving their name and saying their name is Judith Karn. Judith Karn events. And then it takes me a second. But anyway, I've called them numerous times and I've spoken to a range of people who it's a full spectrum of competence. So this one was actually really good, but she was so good and so responsible that she would not let me get off the phone without making. Oh, and by the way, and I wanted to just be like, lady, I have a podcast to do.
You know, I think we're comfortable enough around each other that I could tell it was something. And I was just playing with the dogs.
Okay.
I was fine.
Well, thank you very much.
I wasn't offended.
So that was the first discombobulation. Then the second discombobulation is to discover that Daniel has to do work.
How dare he?
And listen to this attitude.
Snuckulos.
By the way, did you notice that he's dressed a little more like fancy today? I don't know if you clocked that.
I didn't.
Gotta bring the positive attitude.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh.
He bought some shirts.
Okay.
New shirt guy and pants. And he looks a little, like I said to him this morning, I said, you look fancy. And he said, thank you. And I was thinking, what if I was that person who's like, I didn't mean it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Because I just meant it as an observation.
Right.
But he looks like he's headed off to the office or something.
Huh. Does he have any Zooms or anything today?
Not that I'm aware of. No, he just had a podcast. Or did he? Right. So, it's not like the time that he like doused himself in cologne. And I was like, who are you trying to impress with your Barbados scent? So anyway, want to know...
Oh, wow. Look at you. That is just, okay.
He told me that the reason he was wearing it is because he didn't have time to shower that morning. So he was like, so, you know, supposedly.
French shower.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, he's dressed like he has to go to the office today. And then suddenly he's stuck doing spreadsheets. And I said, do you think, he's like, I'll try to make it. I'm like, well, do you think you will or not? And he goes, honestly, it's amazing that I'm ever able to do the show at this time.
Wow. Shots fired.
That's how I felt about it.
Shots
it is, right?
Fired. Passive aggressive.
Thank you. We went from, this is the time we do the show, and usually you come. Sometimes you can't, but usually you're there. And then he doesn't even let me know that he can't do the show.
Yeah,
I had to go in.
I don't have a job. I gotta come
well,
later.
This is Alison's show.
Oh, thanks. We
they
don't
can suck
have
my nuts.
Actually, today we do have childcare. We could have done it later.
Yeah. Well, I don't have childcare. I mean, he's at school till 4, and
Right.
Ben's out of town, so.
Oh my God, you are available till 4.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I'd have to be home at 4.
Right.
Yes.
These spreadsheets could go on forever, though.
All I'm saying is, honestly, I don't think we need him. We have all the drops.
We
It's
have-
kind of filling
he's
that
here.
void.
Yeah, exactly. I just need to
Shake it off.
I need to shake it up. But first I need to bathe in his comment again, which was, honestly, it's kind of amazing that I'm ever able to do the show at this time.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Excuse
Can
me?
he take his lunch here?
That's
Can't
right.
this be the lunch hour?
Yeah. Thank
Is that
you.
so hard?
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Marry me, Jackie.
You're done. I think it would work out so well.
I do too.
And then I'd have 3 little boys. That would be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd have a third. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, that'd be neat.
I mean, Sandy would have 2 older brothers, and that would be adorable.
Yeah. How old
He
is Sandy
loves-
now?
He'll be 3 in June.
Oh my God.
Can you
Owen.
believe?
Oh my God.
He's like
Owen
an-
is obsessed with younger kids.
See? And Sandy's
babies.
obsessed with older kids.
Oh my God. It'd be such a
It would be
perfect match.
and they look like they could be
I
in the same
know.
family with the curls.
How would Ben feel? Oh,
All right, you guys-
I
here
don't care.
Cool.
Oh,
look who's
here does he bring in a chair? Here he
Look
look.
who made it.
See the okay.
Once.
So Daniel, I was just talking about how you were dressed
You're
a little
right.
bit fancy
He
today.
is.
Like a
But
douche.
before he even had his shirt tucked in with a belt and stuff.
What?
I was like,
Douche.
who's gonna sit in front of spreadsheets? You're not on mic yet. I love
That's
you.
a beautiful top. It really is nice.
I'm trying new lube.
Get on the mic.
I hear that, and I love that. I'm wearing sweatpants. I don't even wear hard pants anymore. That's where I'm at.
But you're wearing pink sweatpants
Yes.
on brand.
They're Lululemon, and I got them for my birthday from Jamie Lee. Why did Jamie Lee send me a birthday Lululemon card? I don't know, but I took it, and I bought
Nice.
sweatpants with it.
Has she been on your podcast?
No, I don't have a podcast anymore. But
But
she
your
on
former.
Nashville.
That's
No,
what
we
I meant.
tried several times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't working out. But she'll come on if I ever do another one, I'm
Got
sure.
it.
Yeah.
She's
We
been on-
love her. She's been on your show.
and she never sent me pants.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's up with
listen,
that
I don't
shit?
know why she sent it. I was like, "Pfft, I'll take it.
Is this one of those subscription boxes from Jamie Lee?
No, yeah.
No, but-
Use code Lee.
She did text me right away when my dad died, though. And I do have to say, I totally remember, not in a like, I know who didn't get in touch, but
What
Jamie Lee is someone who I just know very
Yeah.
professionally.
Yeah.
And the fact that I got a personal text from her meant so much to me. So now I try to send a personal text when, like, even if it's someone I don't know super well, just, I don't know, it just, like,
I know.
it meant something.
But once you go through something like that, you kind of, because I think a lot of people
Right, 'cause
are
she had lost her
scared to
dad.
do it.
Yes.
But it's like, you're like, I don't know if I don't want to upset anybody. Like,
Yes.
But once you've been on the other side of it, you know, like, it's
Totally.
nice to send just
Yes.
a little message.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if this is the case for you guys, but there have been articles where it's like, what not to say to someone who's grieving. And it's like, I appreciate what they're trying to do there, but then that fucks you up.
Right.
It's freaking people out, right.
Unless you've gone through it and you kind of get it, then you're like, I don't want to say the wrong
Yes,
thing.
I
don't
know.
wanna
People
be
are
like,
already
hard.
uncomfortable.
Also, every time I log onto Facebook, someone's dead. It's all
It's
it
true.
is now. I log in, a friend from high school's dad, a friend from
Yeah.
somebody's parent. Like, it's just, we're that age.
I
and it's
know.
happening.
I know.
And I'm like, one of those things where I'm like, I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed every time I open
Oh my
Facebook.
God.
Like, someone's dog. Everyone I know's dogs are passing away
So-
because they're all old.
Sometimes when someone just posts a photo of an older person,
I know.
assume.
Or a dog.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I just see
I
somebody
know.
posted the dog, I'm
Totally.
like, oh God, no, I've been dreading this day.
I
I've
know.
been dreading this day.
My grandparents retired from Philadelphia to this community in Florida, and I remember going down, and I don't know if it was who asked my grandmother like how everything's going, and she just looks off and she goes, "They're dropping like flies," because
It's true.
when you live in a community like
Yeah,
that,
that's what you sign up
they
for.
drop like flies.
We got vacancies in the condos.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, how are the spreadsheets?
Oh God.
I hate spreadsheets.
I'm-
I refuse to even learn how to do them. I still don't know how.
I'm so glad I did because, like a long time ago, I learned how to do it, and that skill. Excel is one of those things that basically has not changed
Yeah.
at all. One of the very few like programs has not changed at all in 30
Evergreen.
years.
Evergreen, yeah.
Once you learn to use it, and no one else knows how to use it.
All of a sudden, you're a genius. You know
Yeah,
the secret
well,
code.
Yeah. No, so it's like it kind of like I can do it easy.
There's so many little cheat commands.
Oh,
Yeah,
he knows
you learn.
Oh,
hotkeys.
Ben knows all of them.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm married to a Capricorn.
There you
He
go.
jerks off to spreadsheets. Like he loves
I enjoy
them.
spreadsheets, but right now things are just crazy. Oh my God.
Did you or did you not say, it's kind of amazing I can ever do this show at
I
this
honestly
time.
was reflecting on the fact that like you schedule this show.
Uh-oh,
I hope
here
no
it
one
comes.
from work. I hope no one from work is listening. On Monday mornings. I mean, like, talk about the busiest,
That
generally,
makes sense.
time of the week
You're
for me.
playing catch up a little bit.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Things came through over the weekend. Some things have been burning since Saturday, and I didn't see the email.
Do you have to put out some fires?
I have to answer some. People are. You can't. No, this is stuff I can't really talk about. But let's just say, like, there is a partner of ours, a customer, if you will, who is a very powerful, very big corporation.
Elon.
And they, not Elon, and they can sometimes just change the terms of their deal. And when they do it, we have to scramble to see what that means for our business, because it's like, let's say it was Walmart. It's not Walmart. It's like Walmart. If Walmart were to say, you know how you've been selling something to us at this amount? Well, now it's going to be this amount, and it's like $2 less. And it's like, can we even do that? What does that mean to our bottom line? Our business is based on projections forward. We can't acquire movies. We can't produce movies without having an idea of what our finances are going to be. And so everything's based on these 1 year, 2 year projections.
And who can even make that kind of 1 year or 2 year? Who can
well,
know
that's
that
part
right
of the
now,
job.
because things are
well,
crazy.
So our thing, to quote Silvio Dante, what is a recession proof? Certain aspects of the entertainment business in our thing. Well, we're in certain aspects of the entertainment business. We kind of buck the trends a little bit because we're not like as dependent on foreign trade, that sort of thing. But that doesn't mean there isn't a lot of chaos right now. And I think like retailers and them are trying to figure out what that means for their business.
And that's your Money Minute with Daniel Kwan.
I don't try to bring this up because it's boring to people.
No, that was fascinating. Now, listen, Jackie Johnson has an Alison Rosen as your new best friend exclusive.
Ooh.
I was going to wait until Hey Go Fuck Yourself to do it.
We can wait.
Well, the music's been playing.
I think we have to do it.
Okay.
We're permitted.
You know I love...
That should be the Money Minute.
I love saving the tea for your show.
I
feel like I've dropped several big announcements on your show.
Yeah.
And so basically here's what's happening. So for months and months, I've been telling the world to look out for Edinburgh Fringe. I'm going to do my show at Edinburgh Fringe 2025. My show is going to be at Edinburgh. And I've gone on all these podcasts talking about Edinburgh. Officially, as of this morning, I am not going to Edinburgh.
Oh, no.
Which sucks ass. Sorry, everybody. All the podcasts I've talked about
this
Edinburgh.
is a bad exclusive.
It's a bad exclusive.
Yeah.
But I'm telling Alison Rosen's show, this is the official press release that it is. I'm going back on my word. Don't come see me. I'm not going to be there. Fuck Scotland. Fuck Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Not fuck Scotland. I'm sure everybody says
No.
But
we don't
Edinburgh,
fuck
I'm
Scotland.
sorry it didn't work out.
What happened? Or are you not at liberty
No,
to say?
I'll tell you. So I didn't know anything about Edinburgh. Have you been?
No.
Has anybody at this
David
table been?
Huntsberger
David
did
Huntsberger went and did
it,
not have a great experience.
Okay.
But Sarah Schaefer's gone and had a great
Okay,
experience.
so basically, I was extremely naive. I thought because I've done my show across this country, sold out shows, that I have a relatively known following. How
to Get a Second Husband.
Yes.
Is the name of the one-woman
Yes.
show that is, you've got to see it, not in Scotland.
Yeah,
It's
I will
it's
not be there in
domestic.
Scotland. And, I have some pretty successful people attached to my show, Emmy winners, director, my choreographer. My music was done by a guy who just trained Monica Barbaro and Edward Norton on guitar for a Complete
cool.
Unknown. He has gold records. Like, I was like, there's names attached to my show. I was like, who wouldn't want my show? Right?
Because some kind of total moron.
What I didn't know was Edinburgh's an open fest, meaning anyone can do their show there. But I have all these comedian friends who have done shows there. They gave me all their advice. They were like, you only want to do your show at like what is considered quote unquote a prestigious comedy venue.
Okay.
There's about 9 of them. So I log in the day they open when I'm displaced by the fires, I might add.
Oh my God.
I log in.
That's what a hero does.
Exactly.
And a survivor.
And I submit my show. I don't go through managers and agents. I don't go through fancy stuff. I literally just say, it's me. I'm Jackie. I'm this is my show. I submit all my stuff. And then I don't hear anything. And I'm like, okay, And then I start talking to my friends that are going, they're like, oh no, my venue's blocked up. I've had my venue for a month. And I'm like, whoa. Nobody got back to me. So I start like asking them and they're like, we don't have room. Bye. We're full. And I'm like, what? But then I realized I made a lot of fatal mistakes. Number one, you have to have a publicist. Who fucking told me that? Nobody. If you don't have a publicist on the ground, you will never have anybody see your show because it's so saturated. It's like a nightmare. And you have to have somebody on the ground to like literally pay people to come see your show and review it. It's like a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Number two, I applied for a partial run. So Edinburgh Fringe is a month long.
Yes.
You perform every night for a month. I was applying for a partial run, meaning I only wanted to go for half or 2 weeks. And it's because I have a toddler that I'm the primary caretaker for.
Yeah.
And I just, in theory, didn't think it was feasible for my family for me to be gone for a month. So I was like, I'll do a half run. I guess that's really unfavorable for the venues. They don't want people to do half runs. And then also the festival doesn't take you seriously if you don't do a full run, which I'm not going to become famous. There's all these awards, like the newcomer and the best show. You're not even eligible for those if you do a half run. I didn't care. For me, it was like I wanted to get reps in and do my show a ton and like really hone on it and whatever. But one of the theaters wanted my show, which was shocking. And then one of them finally started writing me back. And then by the time they got back to me, they were offering me like essentially graveyard shifts. They're like, you want to do your show at 11 a.m.? You want to do your show at midnight? And I'm like, no. And then my friend's like, you have to have a publicist. And so I start asking all my friends, who is your publicist? They tell me. I write them and they go, I've been booked up since January. And I'm like, it's April, basically.
Yeah.
So it just was a lot of back and forth. The venue was like, okay, you can have this 8 o'clock slot. And I'm like, do it. I had to wake up at 2 a.m. every day. I'd set my alarm to get their emails because we're on separate times. And I wrote back and then they ghosted me and then they finally, it's just been a nightmare logistically. And I can only go if I set myself up for success. And I'm not setting myself up for success if I do my show at 11 a.m., if I do my show not at a comedy venue, if I do my show with no publicist.
Especially with the sacrifices.
It's like $20,000 to go that you might not get back if you don't sell tickets, which that's not a risk I'm willing to take. So I'm not going to Scotland, everybody. Sorry. I know it sucks.
I mean, I feel something humongous welling up inside me. And it's this.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
They can fuck themselves,
I know.
Jackie.
And I'm not taking it personally. Ben was like, this is not
It
a
isn't.
merit of your worth or your show. And I had a good cry and, threw some dishes around and had a big moment. And then I was like, yeah, it's not. I mean, I fucked up. I didn't know I had to have a publicist. I didn't know that they don't let you have a partial run. Like I learned all these things after the fact.
So next time you do it, if you want
or
to
I
do
don't
it.
do it because I've read a lot of Reddits and there's people that say the festival is shite now because Baby Reindeer came out and everyone's like, I want to be famous. I'm going to do my show at Edinburgh Fringe because Baby Reindeer was a show at Edinburgh Fringe first. And I think there's a big resurgence of people trying to become famous doing comedy at Edinburgh, and it just was really saturated, and they don't favor American acts. They favor UK acts, and I learned a lot.
I'm always amazed at the fact that you can have so many different shows going for a
Thousands.
whole month, and that there are enough people to go see them.
Well, but they also don't. I've talked to so many people, and these are successful LA comedians who paid publicists. They still had 4 people in the audience.
Yeah, what the heck?
30, 50, 40% of the time.
Yeah, like how could there be a demand for that much?
There isn't. That's what I'm saying.
Isn't,
the festival has gotten really inflated.
Yeah.
Right.
And, doing my show in front of 4 people and paying $20,000 to do that is not going to serve my art or my account.
You can do that all over LA.
I could do that right now for you 3.
Yeah, and guess where the buyers are.
We're one person short of that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All the buyers are here. I guess they travel there, but they're also here.
Yeah, it didn't work out. And I've run into several people. I was in line at a comedy show and I started talking about this, and this girl goes, my friend went and had a horrible experience, and I was like, that was the universe being like,
yes.
So I think it didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, fuck them.
Exclusive. Because I keep getting DMs. They're like, oh my God, you're going to be at Fringe? And I'm like,
are a ton of people traveling to Fringe? Is it like South by Southwest?
Yes.
Wow. Did you do your show at South by Southwest?
No, I did.
You did it in Austin.
But you were in Dallas, though, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been applying to festivals in America because I've been following the same path as all my other comedian friends. Like, they do it at Edinburgh, and they come back. But I'm not going now, so I'm going to do some of the smaller American festivals.
What about like Montreal or something? Do people go there for that, or is it
like Just for Laughs?
Yeah.
Well, that went under.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, JFL went under. I know that's the second biggest comedy festival in the world. Fringe is first, JFL second, and the third is in Australia, which is happening right now, so I missed it.
What's
Maybe
it
I'll
called?
go next year. I don't know. Australian Comedy Fest, something like that.
Huh.
It's huge.
I didn't know JFL went under.
Yeah. Honey,
Did that happen recently?
a couple years ago? I think the pandemic, they couldn't come out from the debt from that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I did not know.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
well, thank you for sharing your
Yeah.
exclusive tea.
You got it.
Just anyone who DMs you, you just send them the link
That's
to this
right. I
episode.
will. You're going to be like, wow, a huge tick up in downloads.
I know. Daniel and I saw the Minecraft movie last night with our children.
This was.
I know nothing about any of that.
Our
Me
kids are
neither.
obsessed.
But you should go
It's
with
like
Elliot.
Jason Momoa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, Jack Black.
Go with Elliot because he will whisper into your ear
He'll
throughout the
explain
movie
This.
what is and what isn't in the game.
Okay.
So first of all, they've been looking forward to it since like November. They're obsessed with this game.
They play Minecraft all the time.
Yeah, and I have never had a theatrical experience like this. This was. I feel like it's a unique and new kind of a new way of watching a movie. Because there's a thing of like seeing a movie with children for children that is itself just like, okay, yeah, there's going to be more interactivity with the movie. I get it. But because everyone in the theater has spent so much time in Minecraft, there was this phenomenon that where whenever the movie would reference something from the game, the whole audience would just break out in applause.
They clap.
Like, woo!
It was my favorite. I know nothing about the game, but I would clap along, and it was like
so cute.
It was pure
My-
joy.
Yeah.
It was just joy.
Innocence.
They were
Yeah.
so happy. They were dancing at the end of the movie, like
Elliot
in the aisle.
dressed like one of the characters.
What,
He dressed
what's
like
the
Henry.
song? Is it like a Justin Timberlake song or something?
Jack Black sings
There you go.
some of his
There
own
you go.
tunes. It
Yeah.
seems. Yeah, it was just joy.
And and then Elliot during the credits, Elliot got up and started dancing.
They were dancing and cheering and
So
just
sweet.
laughing and just like I don't know. It was great. I feel like people might go, "Oh, this movie isn't any good," but it's like, no, it was great. If
For
you're
kids.
a kid, this is things they like doing, having fun, and then a dance party at the end. What's wrong with
Sounds
that?
fun
That's
to
perfect.
me.
I know nothing about Minecraft, but I enjoyed it because there were lots of jokes throughout.
It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I need to complain. Do you ever go to movies at Universal?
Yeah, I haven't in a long
Fucking
time, but I used
Universal.
to.
Daniel had the brilliant idea. Instead of just
was.
going to the Burbank 16 where we usually see movies, why don't we go to Universal? I forget why.
Well, I thought it would be fun for the boys to also just have a day at City Walk, just tooling around. and-
Okay.
City Walk is a wild
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
It's an expensive experience because when you go in, parking is
we
like
are.
$40.
We
Yes.
live in the area we should know, but we don't. Which is like when you park, you have to like take the receipt with you. I never take my receipt. The receipt. In order to get that $35 refunded, you have to have that. But there's nothing that tells you that. So I go down there and I go, how do I get? Here's my like ticket for the
Yeah.
movie, and they're like, you need the receipt, which means I have to go all the way up to the
so
fucking.
to explain
To
it.
King Kong Lot 7.
Yeah.
So to explain it, the parking isn't it $75 if you're going to the park?
It might be, but
I don't know.
We only
The
paid
parking
$35.
is somewhere between $35 and $75, which is an insane
Yes.
amount. But if you're going to City Walk as opposed to Universal Studios, then you get money back if you give a gold coin to a troll.
Yeah.
If you do something special, which we didn't do.
And of course, they don't make it. They're not reminding you because they don't want you
Of
to get that
course.
money.
They know
back.
everyone's going to be too tired and busy to go all the way back to King Kong Lot 7, find
Yeah.
their car,
Yeah,
fish it out.
that
And
was
walk
us.
back. Yeah.
That was us. I just went, I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
So we
ate it.
took it
Yep.
up the butt for parking.
Yep.
And then the boys were playing in the fountain. You know, there's that fountain that the
Mhm.
kids run around in, and Owen wanted to take his shirt off, and he took his shirt
off. He
off.
was so afraid of having wet clothes, right?
Yes.
That he wanted to take his shirt. Yeah,
So
I
he
was
was
sort of
running around with his
surprised.
shirt
It seemed un-Owen-y to want to be shirtless in public.
Yeah, and then the security guard was, we have a no shirt policy. It's like,
We have a
here's
shirt policy.
We have a shirt. Yeah, you have to wear a shirt. It's like
He's a
6-year-old.
little kid playing
I
in a fountain.
know!
Calm down.
First of all, like, that's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
Like, and not lawsuits from kids slipping and cracking their head on the fucking, like, okay, priorities.
Well, see, it's interesting that you're saying that.
Well, I understand
Because
it in this
I
sense.
said to you last night,
Yeah.
don't you, what was your, because my reaction is like, I understand you don't want grown people walking around without shirts,
Yeah.
but he's a little kid.
He's playing in a fountain. You know he's going to put it back on in a second. He's not walking into fucking Hot Topic with no shoes on. Like,
Exactly.
Right.
I think
then
from
you
their
defend
point of
them.
view, they're like, well, if one kid's not wearing a shirt, then all the kids, and then you got a bunch of kids in their underwear running around. It's just like, I don't know.
Similarly, there's this woman that works at our kids' school whose entire job is to be a sourpuss and be dissatisfied with you. And there's it's a public school. There's a lot of policies about, buzzing in. And then if you're picking up your kid early. So like the other day, I was going to pick up Owen early. So I buzz in. Hi, I'm going to pick up my kid early because it was the day of the fun run. So all the parents were there watching their kids cry as they ran. It was not fun. The run was not fun. But anyway, it was like 15 minutes before normal pickup time. We happened to be there. So I get in there and Owen's class is still in the hall. So I go and I get Owen and then I take him to the front to sign him out, even though I could have just left with him. But she's like, oh, you're supposed to come in here first and then we get the kids for you. And I was like, oh, sorry. This is my 105th exchange with her. That's exactly like this. So I get in the car and I tell it to Daniel. And then he says, do you remember what you said?
I'm sure something that was annoying to you.
It wasn't annoying. It was just like, interesting.
Was it
Sorry,
something
Jack.
to the
Someone
effect
play
of
footsie
like,
with me.
Oh, they can suck my nut.
was it something like she has to deal with parents all the time?
You said I kind of feel bad for her and for
Yeah.
her job because she's the one who has to enforce all these rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a shitty
You have a
job.
great life with her.
I don't know. Well, so if we're late, like if we're like 2 seconds late, the gate closes and you just miss it. You have to go through the front, and the rule is they buzz you in, you go into the office, you check in, and then I guess I don't know. I don't even know what the rule is. They're supposed to lead the kid to the class, or
Yeah, I
can
think
you?
that I don't think you're allowed to be anywhere near your child.
So you're not supposed to know each other. And then they get like a little tardy on their like record.
Oh, man.
But my feeling is, I'm sorry, we're 2 seconds late. That's not tardy. That's not fucking tardy. Like, this isn't military school. So whenever I do it, and this is every time, I'll buzz in, and then if you hug the wall,
Mhm.
she can't see you through the glass.
Oh, wow.
And then you can,
You
and then
just
you scooch
skip.
on by, and then I just deliver them
Yeah.
myself. No tardies.
Yeah, smart.
Flawless.
That's awesome.
And you're
That's why
defending
she's-
her?
That's why she's in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, she's
She's like, Ninja Dad's here again.
You make Elliot ninja crawl to his class and nobody sees him.
Roll.
Exactly. Listen, I feel bad for her job. That doesn't mean I'm going to comply. I
See,
feel bad
I
that she has to deal with me.
I should have crouched down
No.
and scooted out, and then she wouldn't see me. But instead, I decided to do the right thing and pop my head in at the end.
Wear an outfit that looks like industrial, like wall tile, and just or like
Oh,
a,
yeah.
or like a corkboard that says
Or
like
like-
famous Asian Americans with like pictures of people.
Or
on
I was
it.
thinking like Mission Impossible, you come in through the ceiling and like
Yes.
drop down, grab and pull yourself up.
Yeah.
right.
Oh my God. Could you imagine trying to do that with our kids? Mommy, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
They have no sense of situational awareness when you got to be sly.
Yeah.
No,
I-
they,
that comes
they will
later.
always betray it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, well, you do that though too. You're like no ally. What was the other day? I was like,
I know.
I was trying to like, I don't even remember.
You were saying something doesn't work or didn't something, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It's like, now I got.
What was it though? You were like,
I don't
and then
know.
you're like, "Mommy." I know that sounds repulsive, but you have to understand when you're talking in front of kids, Sometimes you do.
Oh,
Sometimes call your spouse by the
I only
name.
call Bandada now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gotten really sick.
They wouldn't know who I'm talking about if I
Yeah.
said Alison.
Oh, what was it?
No, it
Well,
doesn't matter.
I can't remember. All right. So what else, Jackie?
You know,
what
it's
else?
been
What
a
else
while.
has been? Yeah, fill us in.
I just potty trained my son.
How'd that go?
It was emotionally high and low. And I think that it's going to go down in history as one of my greatest accomplishments in life. When I'm on my deathbed someday, I'm going to go, at least I potty trained Sandy.
When he says, Mom, hold on a second, I gotta go to the bathroom, you'll be like, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yep. It was a lot.
Did you do the oh crap potty training method?
This was actually my third attempt.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 attempts were oh crap, but both of them ended in disaster, so I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hired a potty train consultant.
Ooh.
And this lady was not cheap, but I think she was worth every penny because it finally worked.
What did she do? How did it work?
So, okay, the first time I tried oh crap, the oh crap method, he got super sick, like the sickest he's ever been,
Oh, no.
and just kind of gave up. Like he just was like, oh no. And just, so I put diapers back on him. Second time was the fires. We were displaced during the fires. And again, he just kept pissing himself. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I don't have the time right now to deal with this.
Yeah.
So I just put diapers back on him. This was spring break. It was the only time I had where it was like a long break where it was just going to be him at home so I could do it. And the number one thing was he would not doo-doo on the potty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very common thing.
Right.
They'll get the pee-pee down, but they will not doo-doo. And she talked to me. She was like, okay, we're going to rebrand doo-doo, like PR doo-doo. We're talking about you're going to play and your toys are going to take doo-doos. And I bought like a little toilet and all his Paw Patrols will like go doo-doo on the potty. And she's like, and you want him to be the expert. So you, when you're role playing, be like, oh, Sandy, I don't know how to go doo-doo. And he'll go, let me show you. And like, it worked.
Oh my
brilliant.
God, amazing.
I know. And then like she was like, you have to be really excited. So like when you go doo-doo, make a big deal about it. Bring him in the room, show him, like let him flush. Like, and
Did
and
you
I'll
say doo-doo?
that's our room. Our
Okay.
word, doo-doo. Yeah. So you have to pick a word and stick with it.
So she did use that.
Well,
when
no,
she was
we
talking to you
did.
about it.
This is what we chose back when like he
Right.
was a baby.
Yeah.
We just him and the nanny and everything. We
Right.
put doo-doo. But so doo-doo, pee-pee. And basically just you stick with it because he's going to fight you.
Mhm.
He's going to have an opinion about it. And I was telling Jeff earlier, it got a little ugly for a minute there.
Mm.
And because he's almost 3, so I waited a while, and he's extremely willful and smart, and he likes going in a diaper. It's comfortable. It's what he knows, and we did a whole thing, like a 3-day leading up. Hey, guess what, Sandy? In 3 days, we're taking away diapers. No more diapers. It's exciting. Oh, my God, no diapers. We get to the day. He handles it pretty well. The second day, he's really upset. He's like, I want a diaper. Give me a diaper. And I'm like, your child is pleading with you with tears in their
I know,
eyes.
it's breaking my heart.
Oh my God. And I just kept being like, he's ready. I know he's ready. You know, and I was Googling it because I was just like, he's making me feel really bad.
Yeah.
You know? And I woke up from the nap and I had put a diaper on him for nap. And I was like, okay, Sandy, no more. We're taking that off, you know? And he's like, like, I've never seen him this mad. It's the maddest I've ever seen him, screaming in my face. He's standing there pantsless and just starts pissing. And it's like, at this point, he does have the bladder control, so he's holding huge pees.
Yeah.
And it just starts coming out. And you're supposed to be neutral. You do not react. You don't get angry. You don't shame them. Like, it's the whole thing. So he's pissing an entire waterfall of piss onto the floor. And I say, I'm going to get the potty and bring it over and start collecting the piss under him. He goes, grabs the potty, splashes it up on me.
Oh my God.
And while he was napping, I took a shower. I was solo parenting, by the way. So I was like, finally, I have an hour to myself.
Is before.
Yeah, this was the beginning of this last week.
No, you showered before
yes,
the
I
piss.
showered while he was napping because I never get to shower.
Yeah.
It's like a delight at this point. I'm clean. He splashes me head to toe with a whole fucking piss. Like, and I have to sit there and not be mad.
Right.
Not scream, not be sad, like show no emotion.
Neutral.
And he's still screaming and going, please, mommy, please.
Oh my God.
Please. He goes over to the cabinet, gets his diapers out, and is holding it going, please, please.
Oh.
I know. And I had to just go through my script of like, Sandy, you can do this. I know you can do this. You've done all these big things by yourself. You know, you're ready to do this. And I go in the other room and I Google, if your kid screams and pleads with you, is it okay to potty train them? And it's all stories of this. And it's because he knows if he acts big like that, that I'm going to cave. So I said, I'm not going to fucking cave. And of course he got over it a few minutes later and just like eating a snack and watching, monster trucks or whatever. And that was the last time that happened.
Oh, wow.
And he's been good. The doo-doo is still hard. He'll be like, Mommy, I'd like a diaper. I need to go doo-doo. And I'm like, Sandy, we're not using diapers anymore. Mommy, please, I want to die. No. Okay. And then he'll just go in the potty.
Aww.
So it's working. But I know it's intense, right? You're clutching your pearls.
I am.
I feel like a
I
bad
wear pearls now.
mom. I'm like, no, but I can't let him wear the diapers into college.
No,
you
this
know?
stuff is so hard.
Yes, it's emotionally tolling on me more than anything
Did
probably
you
ever
do-
has.
So stressful.
Did you do sleep training?
Yeah. But it was easy because
that
he was
okay.
so he was nothing. If he had
Yeah.
screamed, I probably would have caved.
Sleep training was tough for us.
Yeah. And we were real late to do it. But that thing where your kid is crying and you're like, I'm not gonna respond in this moment. It feels so unnatural.
Yes.
And at the time we were doing Mommy and Me and in a community of probably not
this
when we
was with
sleep trained.
Elliot.
Yeah, but no, you sleep when I went to Sketchfest. Isn't that when you sleep?
I sleep trained Elliot when you went away.
Yeah,
because you couldn't.
I couldn't
handle
do it.
And so, with Elliot, it was like he would cry longer. He would carry on longer, but Owen, he would cry louder and more dramatically, like it's more heart wrenching. But he'll stop after a minute or two.
Yeah.
So Elliot wouldn't stop. I mean, he basically would just cry himself to
But
sleep.
did you go in there every 3 minutes and do the whole speech and everything and leave?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
It's kind of a blur, but
Yeah.
by the end of the day or two, it took one night, and then he was sleeping.
Yeah, Sandy would cry for 30 seconds, and then he'd be like, oh, I guess nobody's coming, and would just go to sleep. He made it so easy that it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
And there's people who don't believe in it.
I know.
And I get that, but I think every kid's different.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy has just, God threw me a bone with the sleeping. Like, he's always been a good sleeper. I've never, he was great.
I'm just realizing hearing all this, I am out of practice with this part of parenting means you know what's right and you stick to that despite what the kids throw at you.
It's so hard.
I'm such a soft touch at this
Chuchi
point.
was so much easier to potty train than us. I just always think back on that. I'm like, God, Chuchi was, and I was in an apartment. I had to go down the elevator every 20 minutes and potty train her because I never used wee-wee pads. And I'm like, why can't you be more like your older sister? But we're on the other side.
Yeah, you did
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
So now no accidents now?
We haven't had one in a long time, but he's at school for the first time today, and I told him the whole thing. I was like, it's your problem now. This is in God's hands. I don't know what when I pick him up, they're going to be like, he shit his pants, he pissed all over I don't know. We'll see.
They deal with that all the time.
Yeah. They know. But yeah, that was my spring break.
Where's Ben?
He's at he does these conferences, so he was in Chicago and now he's in New York. So I'm solo parenting again.
Well, I have appreciated...
Somebody's got to pay the bills around here.
I've appreciated his political content. I have retweeted some of it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know how he's keeping up with it's just like a fire hose. Right,
he's on his phone all day.
Yeah.
All day. Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about how I feel bad for any economist right now.
Yeah.
Because
it's a nightmare.
How do you even begin to predict anything? You who the hell fucking knows?
I know.
And I was thinking about Ben. I'm thinking how do you his thing is the Constitution. He knows so much about the Constitution, but it's like, what even applies anymore?
I know.
How do you answer any questions about constitutionality or constitutional crisis or anything? Who the fuck even knows?
Who's even enforcing it? Because it feels like anything goes now.
Yeah, it's so
a
wild.
nightmare.
To shift direction rapidly, Daniel.
You love it.
You need to tell Jackie.
Yes.
About what's laminated and on your mirror, and the fact that Daniel bought. He's like. A laminating, what's it called? A laminator?
It's just a laminator.
A laminator.
Oh,
I wanted a laminator for a long time, and they're on sale, so I bought one. I was like, when?
Come on, right?
I'm with it.
Yes,
made
thank
it
you.
sound like he's wanted a laminator for a long time.
A
The
laminator-
entire time I've known you, I've never heard
a
you
laminator's
once.
one of those things that you need every now and then.
Aspirational.
Yes.
I would love one.
Yes.
What would you laminate?
All kinds of things.
Okay.
I
Anything you don't wanna
just
get
sang
wet?
in a wedding. I was like, I would have loved to have a little lyric paper.
Oh, laminated.
Laminated. The babysitter sheet. Like, oh, here's the numbers.
You're
here's
gonna love
Yeah.
this.
Here's the
laminator.
Wi-Fi password. Like, I feel like.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
it'll come in
you're
handy.
right.
When you make cards for people, I make birthday cards for people. So I'm like, it'd be nice.
It's a
You're
thing that when you
super right.
want it, you wish you had it, but you don't want it enough to
I've just
splurge
never-
on it, and it was really cheap.
I've been with you for a long time now, and I've just never, ever, ever, ever
I have a
heard
lot-
you say, "Oh man, I wish I could laminate this."
I don't share my silent struggle with you.
I
honey.
guess. So anyway, what's laminated and on your bathroom mirror? And this is now the second version because there was one that was laminated first,
listen.
and then you updated it.
And this is a perfect case for laminating because it's on your bathroom mirror.
Yes, it won't
Thank
get
you.
ruined with the
Laminated.
water.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Why don't
That's
you guys?
exactly
why don't you guys guess what it is first?
Okay, I'm thinking like life aspirations, like like affirmations in the mirror.
That would be
Great
good.
guess.
That
I am
would be good.
enough. I am smart. I am capable.
It's not that, but
Okay.
that would
What
be
do you
good.
think, Jeff?
I think it's a photo of Taylor Swift.
Oh, these are such
Those
good
would
guesses.
be good guesses. It is my skincare routine.
I love that.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Before everyone just rolls their eyes, I lose my man card,
Oh, that's laminated too.
which is yes. I'm in a slap fight with the Grim Reaper right now. It's like I'm trying to keep him at bay, and it's like I looked up, like because it starts to add up. First, it's like one thing. It's like
Yeah.
retinol. Oh, I'm. You look in the thing. My skin's a little ashy. I'm starting to look like my dad, and that's
Triggering.
triggering.
Yeah.
But just I'm looking older, and my skin is ashy, and like I'm like, oh shit, I got like some neck thing happening, and it's just like, oh fuck, and so
That's a good drop.
like I get the retinol, and then you're
Yeah.
like, well, and then you see a video, and someone's like, a dermatologist is like, you should be using,
Yeah.
like
You probably need like an
niacinamide,
an exfoliant to go with that.
and then you're like this,
retinol.
and then it's like, oh, now I got 3 or 4 things. I don't know what. Do I do this every day? Like what? So I went on ChatGPT
yeah.
and I said, like, I have these products. Can you recommend? And this is my situation. I'm 51, and I'm, and
You
it's
look
like, thank you. And
It's the snail mucin.
yeah, and
How
what would you
cool.
recommend to like?
Yeah.
And it was like, boom, and it gave me a whole
It's
routine.
like
it
Monday,
gave me
do
product,
this,
Yeah,
this,
It
then
gave me
this.
product like
He's
recommendations.
got morning and evening icons.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, I'm never gonna remember this. And then it was
Ding.
Prime Day,
Laminator.
and it was like the laminator was on sale.
How much was it?
It was like $18.
What?
Oh,
I'm
I
buying
would
one.
have totally bought one.
Oh,
for
that's a
$18.
I think it's
Product
normally like 24. The
Oh,
Amazon
that's
one's
even,
really good.
I don't know why I assumed
No, you
they
assume
were
they're
way
like
more.
100 or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Go ahead.
But you got to buy the laminate. It's probably like a printer thing where it's like
Right,
cheap,
you
but
got to buy
the-
the materials and stuff.
But it's
Explain
great.
version 1 and then version 2 that's like different shape and has icons.
Well, you can give notes to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So it gave me one version, and then I'm like, yeah, but I have other products. So I said, okay, that's great, but I also have this and this, and it was like, oh, that's fantastic because that is going to help lock in the hydration of the blood because I had
now
squalene.
I want to try it just to see what it tells
So
me.
I was like, would it help if I had squalene? And he'd be like, it would. And it's like, wait, is ChatGPT like
It's a
programmed to be
Sephora employee.
super supportive? Yeah, like exactly.
It is programmed to be super supportive.
People use it as their therapy.
It's crazy. Well, you can. I know. I follow a couple like tech AI experts, and they're like, if you tell ChatGPT in your prompt, what role it's playing,
Yeah.
it'll actually give you better results because it'll start to query the things having to do with the role. So I was like, you are a dermatologist,
Yeah.
who is a
Went to
expert
medical school.
and, who is an expert in anti-aging, da, da, da.
Wow.
And it's like,
Wow.
so it gave me a
Oh
real
my
like
God. I
detailed.
want to see it before I leave. I want to look.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Yeah, so I got snail mucin.
Wow.
So
God.
many people have recommended, I know you probably don't get near that because of the
Yeah.
vegan aspect, but so many people have recommended Cosrx snail mucin, and I can't get past the snail part of it.
Yeah.
And then I look and it's on Daniel's counter.
I mean, it was either that or just have a snail
People love
crawl
it.
slowly across my face every
You
morning.
could take it out of the fish tank.
It's a really wacky process. how
The way they
it
get
out.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Is it?
They don't kill them, but
They-
in order for them to secrete it, they have to be stressed.
Aw.
Oh,
So
maybe I don't
they
like it.
create little obstacle courses for them.
What?
Really?
Like stressful environments for them, and then
Aw.
as they're like going through, they collect the mucin from
What
them.
is a stressful environment for a snail?
Like I said, they put them in like kind of like little obstacle courses, little mazes, like
They yell at them the tax day's coming up.
yeah. Oh, they wake up and their report is due. Yeah.
Pictures of salt.
But you know, do
Your final
snails
exam.
do snails have feelings? I don't.
I have been wondering this.
After
about-
you,
Do
by
they
the
have
way,
an endocrine system? Like,
Alison has overseen basically a snail holocaust in our house.
oh no.
So I'm obsessed with fish.
I
now.
actually somehow missed that, but when I walked in today, I was like, "How many fucking fish tanks are here? Am I at the
Elliot-
Long Beach Aquarium?"
That's
we went to
right.
the pet store. Elliot broke down into tears because Allison was getting more fish, and he's like, "I don't want our house to become a zoo."
I thought that was when Owen
Is
wanted
this
to
your
buy.
midlife
Was-
crisis?
Yes.
Fish?
Yeah. Oh my god. I fucking. love it.
was this when we got the beetle?
It was when we got the beetle. Yeah.
He was just seeing the trajectory. Arrow goes up, you
Yeah.
know, with the fucking animals.
So yes, unfortunately, we have lost 3 snails of late. My boy Derek, my fish connection,
Yeah,
he's like,
her
Don't-
fish husband.
"Don't get any more. Just clean the."
You have a fish dealer?
Oh yeah,
This has gotten
He
bad.
answers texts at
Wow.
all hours.
Of
It'll be-
course.
it'll be like, "Can we start White Lotus yet?" And she's like, "No, I'm talking to Derek about plants or the
Oh,
pH
man.
balance of my tank."
It's a hobby. People get really into
It's
it.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
super into it.
Yeah.
But one of our fish, it's happened with 2 different fish. It was like not doing well, and then seemingly was better, and then died, but took a number of days to die.
Oof.
And I was,
Oh, this was so dramatic too. This poor fish, Jesus.
and then the other one, it happened with the other one. But the question I was wondering is like, is this fish suffering? Like, do they feel
Yeah.
pain? Because there are people will euthanize fish, which seems intense.
How?
Yeah, how?
With clove oil. I don't
Which
even
is,
know
like,
if you.
so poison them.
Yeah. But then I saw something on Reddit,
Very
which
White Lotus.
yeah, I
Spoiler
saw
alert.
something on Reddit that was saying that like it's actually there's an argument that it's not humane. It just appears. I don't know. I don't actually know. I
yeah.
don't think I could do it.
It's- listen,
But yeah, I don't. So anyway, I don't know to what degree a fish or a snail feels pain or
Yeah.
suffers. It's unpleasant to think about.
Yeah. I mean, what was it that
that's
you were
why I
telling me?
avoid all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I know that, I may not. I mean, like,
Have you
Do
noticed
I
the
need
difference
the
in your
snail
skin?
music?
I
I-
don't think it does anything.
Yeah.
As a person who's
especially
studied the topic a lot.
so when I use my rational brain,
Yeah.
it's like I can't imagine that more than a certain amount of this stuff makes any fucking difference.
Yeah.
Like, yes, hydrate your skin, put on some cream before you go to bed so your skin
And
stays
wear
doesn't
sunscreen
dry out.
during the
Wear
day.
sunscreen.
That's literally
That's like kind of all you need to do. I think it was like a shock. I had a shock moment of waking up one morning, probably like not getting enough sleep and looking and seeing my dad
yeah.
and being like,
I see my aunt in
Oh.
my photos now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
yeah.
The one that sent you American pasta from Italy?
Oh no, that's my.
and if
That
my dad
wasn't really my aunt. That was an alias. It was someone else in my family.
Oh, okay.
But that's funny.
Jackie, your skin looks perfect.
Oh, thanks.
What's your
I
Well,
don't even
Jackie-
have
regimen?
makeup on. No, I don't have foundation on. I just have sunscreen.
Looks really good.
I've been doing all kinds of shit.
What have you been doing?
Retinol, tretinoin from the derm.
Mhm.
do you get the
Yeah.
prescription.
I think that's the only way to go. I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to get results from like the 0.5 stabilized retinol from Sephora shit, you know.
You get it.
BHA, AHA pads.
Oh,
And you know what I haven't done yet, but I want to is the spicules.
what is that?
It's this new thing that,
Spicules.
yeah, it's Korean, but it you put it on your face and it has like these tiny little,
Microdarts.
like, yes.
Okay, I
and
think
then
I've
you
seen
rub
this.
them in and
Ugh.
it's supposed to like stimulate,
Yeah.
whatever.
Get your Korean
But apparently
products.
it hurts.
Get your Korean
I know,
products
get 'em
now
I know.
because that shit's gonna go way up.
I know.
Have you done microneedling ever?
I wish I could afford it because you have to do it with the PRP or it's not worth it.
Okay.
But apparently, if you do it all the time, it's as good as Botox. It's as good as like all those
Mhm.
things, and it's way less invasive.
Right.
And it's just, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
know.
a scar tissue thing? Like what
Yeah,
does
it's
it do?
It
like
makes
you're-
scars go away.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it you're doing
Builds
like
collagen.
micro injuries to the skin, and then it goes into healing mode, and so it like tightens and builds collagen and stuff. I guess.
Hmm.
Rory Uphold, guest of the show,
Gorgeous
and friend of
skin.
yours, has been doing all sorts of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The
I know.
salmon, the PDRN.
She probably hates me because I text her so often. I'm like, hey, have you done this? Have you done this? She's like, no, if you do go this place. Like, she knows everybody. Like, because I was talking to her about the salmon thing. And
yes.
I think she did it.
She just did it, yeah.
Which, again, vegan, I don't really.
Right.
But
they call it salmon DNA, but it's from their sperm.
Yeah.
It's salmon sperm.
Good. Okay.
It's salmon
So salmon
jizz on your
sperm.
face.
they jerk off.
That's
they
better.
give them a Playboy. They jerk off.
Yeah.
And then they collect. No,
It's
I
got
don't know how they
sexy
do
fish.
it. But I'm not.
They just have the fish, like they hold it up and it just jizzes on your
Bukakis
face.
on you.
Yeah.
And then they microneedle it in.
Yeah.
It's very.
Ew.
I would try it once.
Mhm.
If that revokes my laminated vegan card,
Yeah.
so be it. But I would try it once. But no, I want to do something.
Mhm.
I don't know what. There's this wacky. My husband's friend from college is like a world-renowned dermatologist in Dallas.
Ooh.
And him and his wife are the most gorgeous people. They're our age, but they have not aged. They look amazing.
You got to send me their Instagram.
And he actually like builds noses and puts them on people's faces who are like victims of fires and
wow.
stuff. So he'll like
Oh,
build a
wow.
nose on somebody's armpit and cut off and put it back on their face.
oh my God.
He's
wow.
like a real dermatologist.
Yeah.
But he knows all the stuff and he knows all the people. And we went over there for dinner and I was so annoyed because Ben was hogging him. And I was talking to his wife, who's lovely, and I love talking to her, but I was like, very end. I'm like, okay, Stan, I need info. Where do I go? What do I do? Tell me what to do, you know? And so I barely got any time with him, but he told me a couple of people to see in LA. He's like, these are the people. And I have all their accounts.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm afraid to go because I want to call and be like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to sit and go, tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't have a job right now. And it's one of those things that's like, I can't drop however
Right.
much.
Will you
10,
tell me who they are?
Yeah. 4,000, 5, whatever.
I know.
Because, and again, I'm not doing filler or Botox anymore. So I'm like, I want any alternative to that, but that will actually give you results.
Right.
So it's rough. But
Right.
anyway, I'm all Korean now. I do the Essence, all in the Korean SPF, and that's kind of been my thing lately.
They almost got me because I was like,
Mhm.
oh shit. So I bought extra.
Beauty of
they
Just
have this.
Sun.
Well, they
Yes,
have that.
I use
That
a lot of their
sunscreen's
stuff.
incredible.
Yes.
For me, it's like I have to wear sunscreen just because.
Right.
Yeah. And
You're a survivor.
but like every sunscreen makes my eyes burn.
Yes. Beauty of Joseon doesn't, though.
It doesn't.
I know.
And but
great.
that I was like, oh shit, that's gonna go way up in price. So
Yeah.
I bought a bunch, and
I
then
was
Allison
stockpiled.
Taking your
was like,
sunscreen.
be careful, and went on to my order and realized there is a scam product.
Oh, yeah. You cannot buy that shit on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon is
cannot.
just like bullshit.
No. Go with me to the Santa Anita Mall, and there is a Korean and Japanese skincare store,
Really?
and I buy everything there because it's really real.
How
You can't
far
trust
is Santa
Amazon.
Anita Mall from here?
I mean, well, from me, it's about 20.
okay.
So
it's
for
probably
y'all,
40.
45. They might have one at the Sherman Oaks Mall.
I think I've seen one. I
They
don't know if it's the
might.
same one.
Yeah, it's called Shibuya-la. Glendale Mall has one, but not the same one. But they have one that
Yes,
has the Beauty of Joseon.
the Sherman Oaks fashion whatever
Yeah,
center.
they might have one there.
Yeah.
But we're lucky. LA is privileged because we have stores that actually sell them.
I've never bought that at a store. I've only ever bought it online.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful on Amazon.
Yeah.
There's scammers and third
no,
party.
I did.
They'll sell you expired. They'll
Style
sell you
Vana.
fake ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say hello and welcome to the new patrons.
Okay.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
So good.
Beautiful.
Hello and welcome to Patrick Prindeville, to Amy Jestel1, to Offie Blackshear, and to Julie Kem. Welcome. Thank you for joining or for upgrading. You are the wind beneath my wings. And thank you so much. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Allison
Okay.
wants to say thank you.
Let's do just me or everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
Skadoop-doop.
It's time for Just Me or Everyone.
All right. We have a special audio just me or everyone. Here it is.
Hey, Allison. It's Greg Heller from Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. I have 2 JMOs I'd like discussed on the show, please. The first of these is, when you meet someone for the first time, like at a dinner party or somewhere, and they immediately give you like a very specific compliment, like, hey, nice to meet you, and I really enjoy your shoes. Or, hey, enjoy your shoes, that's weird. Not enjoy your shoes, but like, hey, nice to meet you. That's a great shirt. Hey, nice to meet you. Where did you get that hat? What is the story behind it? When someone does that, you sort of automatically assume that they've recently attended some sort of betterment seminar or read a self-help book or follow some shithead on Instagram who advised them that doing this was like the best way to make a lasting impression. I just always make that assumption that when someone does that to me, I'm like, oh, you just fucking watched some reel or some business guy or whatever on a podcast was like, you know what? If you want them to remember you, as soon as you meet them, boom, compliment. And then it would stick in their head, and they'll always be like, remember that guy who gave me a compliment? And I'll want to hire him to be my marketing strategics initiative consultant or whatever. Okay, that's one of them. And then the other one is, do you get like irrationally angry? Oh, I'll pause so you can discuss the first one, actually. Okay, my second JMO is, do you get like irrationally angry when you're listening to like a podcast or hear someone on a TV show and they're about to make a point and they take a pause when they say, you know, it's not a matter of if, but when. Like they take that pause as if they have somehow like coined this statement and that this is something profound. Like we all know what comes after. It's not a matter of if. You don't have to take a pause there. We know what's coming. You can just go, you know, it's not a matter of if, but when. You're not like Obama making some sort of profound statement. You're just like repeating like a trope that millions and millions and millions of people have said. So just like get on with it, you know, and stop pretending like this is like you coined this, you know. Does that make you irrationally angry is my second JMO. Thanks so much for your time. Have a great day, everyone.
How long was that?
2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Right.
I appreciated all
Me
of it.
too. It was comedy gold.
Yes.
Honestly.
Now, the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, which is when someone gives you a compliment right after meeting you, do you assume that this is a tactic?
I've never thought that once, and I also think I do that. But it's because compliments are my love language. Words are my love language, and I'm always genuine when I give compliments.
I think I'm not quite cynical enough, but it
I
has
love a compliment.
I think it depends a little bit on how they deliver it. There are people who are just really good at it.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm delivering a sincere compliment, it comes off as insincere. So I'm the opposite. Like I can't. So I generally don't because I'm like they're gonna think I'm not serious.
Yeah, you have a weird thing with compliments where you're afraid that someone will think that you're being insincere.
No, people do. They think that I'm joking, and it's like, no, that's.
Oh, like, hey, nice hat.
Nice hat.
I shouldn't say it like that, should I?
Yeah, that might be why.
So no, but I take compliments always on face value because why not?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty susceptible to flattery. That being said, there are certain people where it does. Like if someone was like, ooh, nice beret or something, and it's like, this was in a book or something, you know.
But also if you're at a party and you're watching the same person introduce and they're giving a compliment to everyone, then you know that's some fake ass shit. Yeah. You know?
The specific sorry, Jeff. The specific compliment is easier to take than the generalized one.
Right.
So if they say like, that's a really cool shirt, why would they say that otherwise? But I've had people come up to me and be like, you look like a really cool guy. And it's like,
Wait, isn't that where they... What?
You're trying to sell me on Jesus.
But that's a little actual story, right?
That happened. Well, that's happened to me several times. I feel like when I was younger, that happened more
often. People have tried
to
get you into their church several times?
I have. Well, when you're in college, there's like the college Christians who are always trying to recruit you. And then like, I don't know, random places, parties and stuff. Anyway.
That's cool, bro. That's the way shit goes down.
And that was their compliment, right? You look like a really cool guy.
Well, that was one of them, yeah.
What were the other ones?
They're all variations of that.
I'm surprised that I don't think this because I'm super cynical too. But when somebody gives me, or when I hear anyone giving a specific compliment, I think it's sincere. I don't think they're blowing smoke. I think what you're saying, Daniel, that's the one that raises my radar is when somebody gives the vague compliment that is clearly meant to draw you into a super flattering conversation.
Right.
I think it's nice when you give someone a compliment a sincere compliment
Yeah.
over something, it's a really nice thing to do.
Yeah. There is a situation, though, like if you're at a car dealership or something, where they're like, you seem like a decisive person
Yeah.
who knows what she wants. It's like, oh, shut the fuck
Or
up.
how about when somebody says to you, hey, that's a really nice shirt, and you look at your shirt and you're like, this? No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't mean that. This is not a nice shirt.
It's like Regina George, like, oh my God, I love your sweater. Where'd you get it? And then they walk away and she goes, that's the fuggliest sweater I've ever seen. It's like, she just randomly said that to.
Right. To fuck with someone.
Yeah. What was
and
the second
the
one?
second one was when someone says it's not a matter of if.
Oh,
But when.
I can't relate to that at all. I
Yeah.
don't think pauses ever bother me.
Um.
I get more fixated on people's filler words as a person who edited my own podcast for several years.
Yes.
Right.
Everyone has their filler word tick.
Oh, God.
And I
What is
identify it immediately, and then I fixate on it. And I used to never notice until I started editing my own podcast. Like Howard
now it's
Stern
all you
is
hear.
a and that's mine as well.
And would you take all of those out?
Only some. If it was too choppy, I would leave it in.
Interesting.
But there were people. I had somebody on my show that said like
is one that bothers a lot of
700 times. No, it's fine. I say like. We all say it. I say it not
but
that much.
excessive use of like.
This
bothers
person
people.
was every other word.
Yeah.
Like bad. There I go again. I think of a lot of millennials. We all say like.
I've clammed up entirely now
Yeah.
because I don't know what my word
I actually
is.
don't know what yours is either.
And then I'm trying to figure. I do a lot of
Yeah, is one. Yeah.
I'll do that, and I
is
will
one.
also do that just to hold space, not in the touchy feely way, but like to indicate I'm about to say something. This is like, do you ever do that thing where you become very self-conscious
Yes.
about eye contact?
Oh,
What do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say where you fixate on your filler words and then you don't want to say anything.
Oh, no, that's happening right
Yeah.
now. Just mirror everyone.
But
No.
listen, we haven't used any filler words since we brought it up.
That is correct.
If you really, really focus,
Yeah.
it helps.
I know, if you slow down.
Ben is an or. Yeah.
I think I'm all of those. I'm all of the sounds.
Yeah.
See, there it is.
We
Do
have
you-
to fill the space.
Do you happen to have it just mirror everyone, Jackie?
Mine is just mirror everyone. I hate Partyful and how it's becoming the way that we all invite people to shit now. I hate it. Do you get those Partyful texts?
Yes. I'm trying to
It's becoming the
determine
thing.
the difference. Okay, so there's
And I hate
Evite,
it.
paperless post,
Yes.
and then is Partyful just texting?
Yes. And I hate it. You click on it and you
Mm.
can't see any of the details of the party until you RSVP.
Oh, I don't
Oh.
like that.
And
But
it says-
but that determines your RSVP.
It says not sure, then hit maybe. And I'm like, maybe doesn't help anyone.
No,
So it's
no.
like you're hitting maybe just to see when and where the party is. And then it'll text you. It just feels weird and impersonal. It feels like spam. And I
Yeah.
know some people feel the opposite. They think paperless post feels like spam
Right.
and Partyful is actually helpful. But personally, I hate it. And it's becoming out of hand. I'm now getting at least one text a day. Come to my show. People are not doing it to get people
Oh,
to
no.
come to shows.
That's an abuse.
And it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it works because I haven't used it on my end. Can they see when you
Right.
log in
I
to
don't
see the
know.
info? I don't know, but I don't like it. It feels invasive. And it's becoming the thing, and I don't like it.
I have trouble, and this dovetails into your viral video.
Yeah.
I have trouble keeping track of electronic invites. I know
Yes.
that no one sends paper invites
Yeah.
anymore. You have before in the past sent paper
I
invites.
don't think so.
I feel like you sent one. Okay, maybe it just was so well designed it looked like paper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, I have trouble keeping track of those. But your TikTok
Yeah.
has made me a better guest.
Me
now.
too.
I'm
Honestly.
better about RSVPing.
Yeah, me
But with the
too.
kids' birthdays and stuff,
It's so much.
there's a lot to keep
Yes.
track of,
Yes.
and it's tough.
yes.
Yeah.
I had a viral video.
Mhm.
Listen, I'm still figuring out TikTok. It's kind of a hobby. But I made a video about my birthday party and the high percentage of flakes I had, and it went fucking viral. My most viewed video I've ever done in
Millions,
my life.
right?
It's up to 1-point-something million at this
Amazing.
point. And it really resonated with people. And I think that's because the flake epidemic is real. And it's been a real insane experience, that
Yeah.
video.
What is it like?
Well, it's one of those things where I did it half serious.
Mhm.
It wasn't, it didn't really upset me that much. Like, I was just like, I'm going to see if this goes viral. And it did. And I put out a video. It was a pretty charged up video, and I put it out there, and it started going viral. And of course, these people don't know who I am, so they're seeing me at face value in this way,
Right.
And just a lot of people wrote a lot of really mean things.
Did that bum you out?
It did for like 24 hours, and then I was like, I get it. I've had some really horrible things said to me, like on the internet, like whatever. So it is what it is. And now I still get them, and I look at them, and I just close it, and it doesn't get to me. It's one of those things you have to give it a few days. Because if you defend yourself, they're going to just eat you alive anyway.
Right. But you're right. They're seeing, they have no context.
Yes,
They're just, this is the only thing
somebody will be like,
years.
I wouldn't come to your party either. You seem like a nightmare. And so I read that there's mine, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not a nightmare. I know I'm not. But then I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe nobody fucking likes me. Like this random troll with no face on their account is right. Like you have to just. Did
you get more followers from it?
Yes, but still not any. I don't post enough.
Right.
TikTok is a real thing. Honestly, I hope it gets banned.
I was hoping it would.
Because then I will have more time in my life.
Yeah.
I'm cooked, as the kids say. It's wrecked my attention span. It's bad.
There's two things Owen has said recently that he said he was upset because he couldn't do something on the iPad. And he's like, I'm cooked.
Yeah.
And then he also said, oh, big brain. That's another thing they say.
Oh, I gotta learn that
I
one.
don't exactly know what it means.
Are they Gen Alpha? Or are they Gen Z?
They're not Gen Z.
Okay, so they're Gen Alpha.
Yeah. Big brain, I think it indicates like, oh, I just had a great idea.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna casually throw that in somewhere.
Yeah. Big brain.
Jeff,
do you have a Just Me or Everyone?
I do. It's super topical. It's egg related. When I take eggs out of the carton, I take them symmetrically from opposite sides of the carton because I once had an incident where I would just take them from one side, and I went to pick them up from the fridge, and it was top heavy on one side, and fell and broke a bunch of eggs. So now I take them, and sometimes I'll do it from the outside, working my way in. Sometimes inside, working my way out.
I do a similar thing, but I think I start in the center. I go center and then edge.
Oh,
center, edge. It's been so. I used to be the queen of eggs. Not
they're so expensive.
Yeah, not baby making eggs. I was dry there, but I used to talk about eggs and make eggs and eat eggs all the time. And I don't really. It has coincidentally, conveniently coincided with eggs. What are they now? $13 a carton or something?
I don't know.
10. But yeah, we've had like the same carton for months now, which is probably gross. But yeah, haven't done a lot of eggs lately.
It's a good idea though.
It is a good idea.
Yeah.
So you don't do it, Jackie?
I don't take any observation.
Oh, you're vegan. You don't
No, but I cook
eat
eggs for my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have
is that
them in my house.
deeply unpleasant for you?
No, I've had to really get over it.
You cook meat for him?
I don't, but Ben does.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've had to cut it and heat it up for him,
Mhm.
which I never thought I would do. I've had to really loosen up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like you say, we're going to have a threesome. There's rules. And then slowly as the threesome goes, the rules kind of get laxed.
Road. Yeah.
That's kind of how it's been.
Does your son know you're vegan?
No idea. He'll try to hand me the meat stick and I'll go, oh, thank you. And I'll just like pretend to eat it. Because I'm not trying to deal with that right now.
Yeah.
Someday I'll explain it,
Right.
when he can understand, which will be a while from now, I would imagine.
Right. Yeah. I overheard Owen say to Elliot, every time we eat something living dies. And I was like, oh, okay. So they do understand. Because they've said things they sort of get what chicken is. But, and so I almost chimed in and said, only if it's meat. But then I heard him say, he said, you know why? Because you're eating, and this is how he pronounces it, bacteria. So he didn't understand it.
It doesn't make sense to me that, dead pig is pork, dead cow is steak, but chicken is chicken.
Right.
Because
chickens deserve more.
A kid will be like, there's a chicken over there. How cute. Buck, buck, buck. And here's chicken on your plate. Right. Don't you think eventually a kid's going to go, wait a minute, is this that?
Yeah, you would think.
And often when people say meat, they don't mean chicken.
Right.
Which is like,
oh,
that's
they
meat.
just mean
Because
poultry?
that's poultry, yeah.
I remember one time we were at a restaurant and they delivered rolls, and Elliot said, "Did this used to be an animal?" So they do sort of
Just
get
figuring it out.
Right.
Yeah.
You're back.
Hi.
Do you happen to have a Hey Go Fuck Yourself or a Just Me or Everyone?
Oh, I think I have. Hold on. I may have a JMO.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it, which is good to do when we're on air.
I mean, some people would think about it.
We're live, baby.
beforehand.
We're live.
Okay. All right. Oh, is it just me or everyone in a movie or TV show when a character enters a room, like especially if they enter from like outside, but nobody closes the door, it stresses me out the entire scene. I can't think of like someone close the fucking door.
Yeah,
Like the
flies are gonna
door is
come
open.
in.
The door is open right now. I hate that.
That's funny.
I don't think I've noticed that, but I will now.
We're watching The Studio.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but there's a scene where he walks in the first episode. He walks into like Mary's house,
Mm-hmm.
and no one closes the door. I'm like, the front door is fucking open.
Oh, yeah.
Mary?
Is that her name? The
No.
former studio head?
What is her name? Sally? I want to say
you
Sally.
said Sally. Now that sounds
Yeah,
right.
I know. I don't know. I think it's Sally Proctor, like from The Crucible. I don't know. Jeff,
Well,
are you
whatever.
watching The Studio?
No, I heard it's great though.
It
I haven't
is.
seen it yet.
How do we feel about the oneer, an episode about?
It was amazing.
But the whole thing was a
Crazy.
oneer.
Yes.
It felt a little showy,
They
but
did
cool.
they did do the whips though, and
Oh.
then they made that like self-referential comment about we
Yeah.
aren't doing whips, and so
Right.
those whips are cuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had to. I mean, you have to build that in, even if you don't do it, just so you have the option. 'Cause
Yes.
Fuck, man.
it's incredible though.
Yeah.
That was a triumph in filmmaking. That will win an Emmy easy.
I mean, how many days did it take for them to rehearse that whole thing?
I
It's
know.
like,
Putting
oh,
on
I
a little
know.
play.
Also, it was under the scope of the sun. That's called magic hour. It's the hardest time to shoot because you have about an hour of light.
Right.
So it was an incredible feat. I'm sure they used cutting. I'm sure they might have even used CGI for the sky. Like there's all kinds of things I'm sure that was fake. The budget on that show's insane.
Yeah. That
They're shooting in that Los Feliz house. The Frank Lloyd Wright
Yes,
house,
yeah.
that office is
Yeah.
a Frank Lloyd Wright house that's empty in Los
Thank
Feliz.
you. Daniel and
Yeah.
I have been trying to and Daniel thought it was a set.
No, it's a real house, but it's not on a movie
Wow,
studio.
yeah.
They're pretending
I
it's on a
told
lot.
you.
It's
I
not.
told you it looked like the Frank
Yeah.
Lloyd Wright, though, but I didn't think they were actually filming in it. I thought they probably just built the set.
Oh, actually, it could be fake. It could
Oh,
be a
I don't know.
facade. I don't know either. I've meant to Google it and I haven't
yeah,
yet.
that's crazy.
Okay. I don't believe her name is Sally Proctor. I think I thought that because Sarah Polley was in the show. Jeff,
Yes.
will you look up who?
Yeah, we need to know who's right.
What's her name? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking out.
Catherine
on
O'Hara.
Yeah, who Catherine O'Hara's character is on The Studio.
Stand by.
How did we get on this?
Oh, someone left a door open.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a "Hey, go fuck yourself," Daniel?
uh,
I know you did yours, right?
I mean,
Mine was Edinburgh Fringe
Yeah.
Fest.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on. We got to
Okay.
get this. I just want to know where we're headed next.
Okay.
Catherine O'Hara's character is Patty Lee.
Patty.
Patty.
That is very similar to everything we
Patty.
said. Patty, Mary,
Sally.
Sally.
Patty. If you divide Mary by Sally, you get Patty.
There you go.
This is correct. All right. Let's hear your "Hey, go fuck yourself."
Well, I mean, just over half of America can go fuck yourself for voting in this fucking the stupidest person who's ever walked on the face of the fucking earth, destroying my 401k and our entire fucking economy. Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Fucking assholes. That's all I have to say about that.
Here, here. And then I have one. It's lighter. Sometimes you feel like you need to blow your nose, and then nothing comes out. What is that? And to that experience, I say,
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I have something really disgusting that I want to share.
Ooh.
It's so gross. You know how sometimes there's plenty of podcasters like me who are like, it's TMI, it's TMI, it's TMI, but it doesn't really turn your stomach. But now I have something where it really will turn people's stomachs, and I feel like I shouldn't share it, but I feel like I have to. Like I'm compelled.
Are you
have
gonna
to now.
Are you gonna? Don't.
I think I have to.
Oh, no. What's happening?
Okay, so our dog
Mhm.
really
This is
enjoy.
so, I don't know, honey.
Oh, no.
Jackie will be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Our dog really likes garments. that are sweaty or that smell like bodies. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you have like a something you sweat in and you leave it on the ground, he's chewing on that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'd like to apologize to you for what I'm about to say.
No, okay.
We're gonna lose a lot.
I
of
think
listeners.
I think I might know what you're gonna say.
We're gonna lose a lot of.
I had a
listeners.
yeast infection.
Oh wow.
You,
Okay.
oh my god, people are gonna start throwing up.
Oh my god.
Peter ate there's a huge hole on the part of my nightshirt, like where the crotch would be.
Yeah.
And he also ate the crotch out of a pair of underwear. Like not just
This
And only that part.
This is what I thought you were gonna say. This
Yeah.
is very common.
not just noshed
I
on
have
it,
so many
literally
friends.
ate it.
No, I have so many friends who, because I walk
Thank
dogs,
you for normalizing this.
they
Thank
were
you.
like, "Is it normal that my dog eats my eats my panties?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yes, they like our cervical fluid. They just do. It doesn't matter if you're on, yeast or not. They will.
For Peter,
eat,
it does. It's for
they-
him. It was a delicacy.
they will eat your
Yeah.
cervical mucus.
See,
Yeah.
see, Daniel.
Every dog has done it. People
It's a
aren't talking
delicacy.
about it. People
It's a
aren't talking
delicacy
about
in
it.
dog world.
They all are into it.
Yeah. But I mean, normally it'll be like, Peter, and I have to retrieve them. But
Yeah.
this time he clearly just
Could not get enough of it.
digested it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, you thought we were going to lose listeners. I think we got listeners.
Yeah, it's really
There's
gonna get
people
out there.
jerking off to this. For sure.
I'm so sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow. And this was a yeast infection unlike any other.
Oh,
So usually it's uncomfortable, but this was painful.
I had one in January
Mm.
because I was so sick from my kid the first semester of school, like September, October, November, December.
Mhm.
I had countless sinus infections. I was on so many antibiotics that the doctor gave me. Like,
Oh, that's nice.
Because she's like, you're going to get a yeast infection.
Oh, wow.
There's no doubt because
That's
you're
so
on so many
good.
antibiotics. And of course, come January, I got one. When I was displaced from the fires. And
So you had a yeast infection while
Yes.
you were getting up at 2 a.m. to email with Edinburgh?
yeah.
oh.
Tell my story.
I mean, I'm gonna do a one-person show about your
It
story.
took 3 diflucan to kill it. 3.
That's a lot.
I think diflucan needs to be in fucking
Yes.
vending machines.
Over the counter.
Yes.
Yes.
It needs to be readily available. Every time you have a yeast infection, you have to call.
I know.
Wait. Tell him
It's-
what's
and
going
it's
on.
so
You
uncomfortable.
have to tell a stranger I've never met.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so." I'm like, "Yeah, my pussy itches. My dog's eating my underwear. Give me a fucking diflucan." And he's asking me all these questions. I'm like, just write me the prescription.
I
I'm
know.
40 years old.
I know.
I know what my pussy's itching. I know what it is.
Yeah.
You have to sell them on it like it's
Yes,
never happened to you before.
exactly.
Right.
And he's
This
like,
is a
"What's
big
your
mystery.
discharge?" Like, I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, now it's getting into creepy territory.
If you want to
What,
hear about
wanna
my
detail-
discharge, go on Alison Rosen.
exactly.
Cue up Spotify.
Exactly.
That's right.
Click through.
Yes.
Well, this is really veering into Patreon territory. But
Yeah.
day one, I did not know if this was a UTI.
You can
or
never
a-
tell
I
sometimes.
could never tell. But it was like, and it went from 0 to 10 in terms of discomfort, like
Yeah.
overnight. I was like, I might.
And that
pass
could be
out.
UTI too.
It could be kidney infection if it's really
Yeah,
bad. I
yeah.
know. Anyway, thankfully it became clear what it was.
Diflucan?
Yes.
Yes.
And
God
thankfully
bless
I already
it.
had it.
Yeah.
I'm going to call for a refill today. The
No,
last
I
time
would.
my doctor he's like, I gave you 4 refills or
Oh
like
my
the max
God, yeah.
refills.
It's amazing.
I need to stockpile it.
You do. I have 2 right now that I'm
Yeah.
holding on to in
You
case.
stockpile just in case. I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
And then when we were at City Walk, Daniel quietly said to, can I share this part? I'm going to. He quietly said to me, "How's your vagina?" And
That's so nice.
I know, and I said, "Oh, it's better, thank you." But I was thinking, if
Somebody
someone,
walked by.
The medicine hits really quick.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if someone overheard that conversation,
Yeah. They
That's-
think y'all were some kinky couple.
totally.
Yeah.
How is it, honey?
Have you guys met?
Yeah.
It's a good opening line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that sounds like I would
guarantee-
die if I overheard someone else have that conversation because not at all what it actually
I
was. Though.
guarantee you on your Patreon, there will be comments from people that said, "My dog ate my underwear liner
Right.
out." It's a very I've had so many people be like, "Hey, I have a random question. Is it weird that my golden doodle ate my underwear out?" Like, no.
This dog is a garbage.
They
disposal,
all
though.
do it.
Yeah.
He'll eat
Choo-chee,
anything.
Choo-chee.
She liked it
Would
too.
do it to me,
She
yeah.
had a taste for undies.
They all do.
yeah,
They
It's
all do.
interesting.
Yeah.
But clean underwear,
He's not a
no
pervert.
interest.
He's not a pervert. It's normal. Sorry.
I mean,
Let's do Podcast Pals product picks. Podcast Pals peanut picks. Mine is just going to be diflucan. If you have a yeast infection, get yourself some diflucan. You can. I had one when I was pregnant.
Oh my God, I had so many.
And I had to use Monistat, which is messy and uncomfortable.
Work.
You can't. Did you take diflucan when you were pregnant? I think you're not supposed to.
Remember? I think I might have.
Really? Well,
I don't remember.
Clearly, it was fine, but
that the other kind, I've been on like vacations and stuff, and you can't get the diflucan. It burns.
It burns. It's so painful.
Yes.
Yeah,
you have to like shoot up into your pussy,
and it's messy.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Right, and that's not an area you want to be shooting anything up into at that point.
No, never again.
You guys are so lucky with your external genitalia.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have one, Jackie?
Yes. I finally bought magnesium oil spray.
Oh.
After everyone tells me you spray it on your feet at night. And I was like, no, that doesn't do shit. I really think it does something.
For sleeping or pooping?
Yes. Sleeping. And I think like if your feet are sore from walking around all day or something, I think it really does work. It just relieves the muscle aches, and I think it does make you sleep a little better. I've gotten 2 sleep crowns in a row since I started it. And my
2 what?
My Oura Rings talk, yeah. So yeah, I have just pure magnesium oil spray.
I've seen that.
You.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it messy?
No. I spray 4 sprays of it on my feet, and I rub them together like a little cricket. And then I put my sakis on, and I go to sleep.
I gotta try this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like doing a no-buy this year.
Yeah.
It's not going well. And I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm just going to try it.
You can't get magnesium spray used.
I just feel like I went to a wedding and I wore heels 2 nights in a row, and I was like, I'm going to try it. I think it worked. Because I'm one of those people, if I wear heels, I feel hungover the next day. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. No, they're awful.
Yeah.
Daniel's been on hidden the magnesium.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to know what works.
I know.
You know, especially when you're doing everything at once.
Yes. Yep.
But I feel better. I feel more sort of, I don't know. I think it's work. It could all be, thing is, it could all be psychosomatic,
but
and I don't care.
It still works, yeah.
I don't care.
Wait, are you doing like a powder magnesium? Yeah.
Calm.
Oh, see, Calm's not good.
Why?
I just think that absorption-wise, it doesn't effectively absorb.
What's the best way?
Spray.
No, there's just a liposomal, or there's just other brands. I was told by a real hippie doodah person that it's not a good choice.
Okay.
But did it mess your stomach up a little bit?
No.
Okay, that's good.
But
I think the directions say a way to know it's working is when you have loose bowels.
Oh, because it also says you're supposed to slowly work up to the 2 teacups or whatever.
I did.
Teaspoons.
Now
2 teacups would be a
a
fucking lot.
lot.
I don't do it for bowel reasons though.
Yeah.
I do it for sleep and just sort of
calming,
mental sort of focus.
You might like the spray.
Well, hey.
We should try it.
Yeah.
Add it to your laminated sheet. Jeff, do you have one?
I do. Emitrol non-drowsy nausea relief.
Whoa. Okay.
I just happened to pull this up when we were talking about dogs eating underwear. So Emitrol non-drowsy
What are the
nausea relief.
chances?
You were like, I need to pop one of these right now.
Yeah, it's really good. Chewable.
Well, I would like to thank everyone for being on the show. This has been delightful. Jackie, thank you for the exclusive breaking tea.
Yep.
Where might we find you?
Patreon.com. No? I was hoping I got the drop. The Patreon drop.
Patreon.
There we go. I'll take it. Patreon.com/Jackie Johnson is my Patreon. I do weekly solo pods where we talk shit, spill tea, etc. And Jackie Michelle Johnson on Instagram. And that's if when I'm going to be doing now more LA dates of my show. Not LA. America dates. I'm going to go to the East Coast in June, July. TBD. Go to my Instagram, see those. And then TikTok, I think I'm Jackie_Michelle with 1 L. But probably going to get banned any day. So fuck TikTok.
Are they still really considering banning it? Is that
they extended it again?
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen. But I do fuck around on TikTok. And I do not post my TikTok content on Instagram. So if you want to see some crazy shit,
go there.
Now I'm playing The Sims, the real Sims, not Sims Free Play. I'm playing Sims 1 from the 2000.
I don't even know about this.
Yeah, it's a whole midlife crisis. So go to TikTok and see me play The Sims.
What about you, Daniel?
Yeah, you can follow me at Daniel Quantz at Blue Sky. I'm still noodling around on X just because I'm glutton for punishment.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's crazy, but there's still some people that haven't moved over, and so there's still some, I don't know. And listen, if you voted for Trump, I don't hate you. I'm just mad at you. Okay? We can still be friends. Okay, bye. Quants!
Jeff?
I'm not on social media, but I have started a hybrid book club improv troupe called the Library Cards.
Ooh, that's cute.
And we're performing at the Shenanigans Annex, which is in the back room of Zinn's Diner in Lancaster, PA, second Thursday of every month.
Nice.
Come on out.
I would never miss a performance.
I'm not sure if that was a
meeting
joke or not.
Of Library Cards.
Neither am I.
And please, you might have noticed I didn't segue this way or that way because I'm now directly supported by you. Patreon and Substack. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen and AlisonRosen.substack.com. And thank you guys so much for all of the support. It means the world to me. Follow me on social media, Alison Rosen everywhere. And there's merch and stuff, you know how to do it. Everyone, thank you. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?